touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. When you look at the Saints defense, against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Young. We'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Carolina.
Here we go, set. 60 red. Set.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Young going to give to Brooks. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Down. Yellow, 22.
In motion goes the tight end.
Ready?
They go play action. Young. This is caught by McMillan. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Come on, set. Black, 95. Set.
Young. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ready, set, go.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go, here we go. Blue, 30, yellow. Yellow, go. Needle blue. Ready?
3rd down, Young from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Smash, 52, boom. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
10 black.
Bourne going to go in motion left.
Put.
Throwing, Young, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal.
Ready.
They'll let the fullback try and take it home. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Kari Blasingame, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, Saints nothing. Ryan Fitzgerald kicking off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Shuck now to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. To throw is Shuck. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Off the play fake, Shuck. There's Chris Olave. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I bet we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there. They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw now, Shuck. And he comes back with one complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Quickly able to add the PAT. And And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
10 black, 12 green, you yellow. Hut, hut.
Now here's Young. They'll find McMillan here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 85 catches for him on the year now. The result there is a first down.
Ready?
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down, Carolina.
Down. 45. White. Cut, cut.
Young to throw it. Flushed out right. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The escapability and evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Ready, ready. Set.
On the give, this is Hubbard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 7-7, our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Set, hut. Set, hut.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point.
Extra point.
Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Panthers 14, Saints 7.
touchdown. This is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a power defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Throwing, Shuck. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. From 17 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look at each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Ready.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest on the mind, rest on the body. Get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, striker. 3-3. 10 black. Ready?
Right back to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
60 red. Blaster, 6. Real green. Black Ultra. Set.
It's Young off play action. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Set. Shot. 17. Yellow. 20. Eagle blue.
Young. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match. Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Ready.
Young now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go, set. 45, White.
They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Ready?
Now a run with Hubbard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Good, 52. Right.
Off the play fake, Young. He'll buy some time right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Right move.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Red, cycle. Green jack. Ready?
They'll throw again. Young. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
52 blue striker. Go pink.
Young will set to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kendrick Bourne, 26 yards. And the Panthers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Panthers 21, Saints 14.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Shuck. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Shuck. Little short pass here to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill with career touchdown number 60. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. A point after, good by Grupe. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run with Hubbard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Ready?
Now Young. Open man is born. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Cluster, stay. Hey, please. Black, 95. Snap, red. Cut.
Young. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck. This is caught. It's close. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Shuck now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll throw. Here's